All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, man, Kai Cenat got some hot stuff going on, man, with one of the big Twitch streamers out here in the world, man. Let's see what it do. This one is called Karen Drags Kai Cenat into Streaming Drama. Let's react.
What's poppin', y'all? Kai Cenat has been on a well-deserved break after his Mafiathon 3. And man, a huge marathon. He went on vacation. We saw a couple of clips of him in places like Spain. He's with his girlfriend. He's just enjoying his time
living life.
Putting on one hell of a production, making history, and finishing out his series. So for him to get dragged into a drama that has nothing to do with him by one of the lesser favored streamers who is running her own award show, QTCinderella, I found it a bit odd. So this first started off with the streaming awards. Now this is different from the awards where Speed just got. That's more of like an institutional award, which is newer. There's been a streaming award that's been hosted for at least 3+ years now by QTCinderella, who is a live streamer that is the girlfriend of another popular live streamer named Ludwig. She started this show to kind of give recognition to streamers. It's fan voted, like about 70% fan voted, and 30% of the vote is by them, which is like the committee, which is her and people that she knows that are involved. And I'm
definitely out the loop on this. I never knew about her boyfriend. Y'all know me, man. I'm a little older. Shout out to the old heads, man. I'm learning these people as I go and as we grow in this space and continue to grow. But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to the Streamer Awards. I don't know. Is this the same Streamer Awards that everybody be competing for? Black Boy Max and all them? Is that this? Let's keep watching though.
Scaled this award show to quite a decent level, and it's entertaining. I think they've done an excellent job, especially for coming back from like 2021 or so, I think is when it started. I'm just impressed with anybody that can put together events like this.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say her husband. Her boyfriend's also a guy that puts on like really impressive events, despite the fact that, you know, I think he's less than a stellar guy, considering how he allowed some people to screw themselves over with that mango situation. That thing just rubbed me the wrong way. Regardless, a bunch of people had their own comments on QTCinderella's
I don't know what mango thing, y'all.
And one of the things
fill me in if y'all know what you're talking about.
Person A, B, C, D not here. Insert whatever streamer you can name that is really popular and you would think they would be nominated for something. And she said, well, you know, this is fan voted, so maybe their fans just didn't vote for them. You know, you have to sign up with your Twitch account and vote. So, you know, say that. And a lot of people were talking about kick streamers in particular. And her reaction to this, you know, a little bit snobby, a little bit snarky. It's common for, well, she starts to, you know, try to break down, do the white girl tier type of situation. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
What? She started crying?
I'm so tired.
Oh, my God.
My whole team of clippers who had 24 hours to grab the clips did not know. Like, oh, my God, I'm not getting hate threads on Jason's community post. That's like his Twitter comment. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm so tired. I just want to play Dispatch so bad, and I haven't had any time because I'm working on this stupid award show.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but...
See, I don't know the full context of this. I don't know nothing about her. I don't know if she's an emotional person. I don't know if this is normal or if she's just cutting on her Karen. I don't know. I'm not going to make that decision. I'm not going to judge that. I'm learning about this woman as we go. But if y'all do know her and y'all know she's capped, or if this is really her, she's just an emotional person, let me know in the comment section, man.
Number one, this chick is crying with no tears, right?
Fill us in.
That's number one. Number two, she's what, 32 years old? 31? 31, 32 years old, grown woman talking about, oh, I just want to play Dispatch. Like, you're not 15. Like, what are you pouting about? Like, what the hell is going on? I just want to play my video game. You chose to do this. You could have stopped doing this. And number three, yo, white chicks crying is just, it almost just like elicits like a straight face. Like, come on, let's be real here. Like when you rank tiers, and let's have a ranking of tiers and trustworthy, right? Like one axis, X axis, Y axis. White chicks gotta be on the lowest level of trustworthy when it comes to tiers.
What the
fuck? It's just almost, you just gotta disregard. Listen, I don't know. Like, if there's white chicks watching this, man, there ain't no white chicks that watch me. Let's keep it a buck here. It just is what it is. I don't know how that happened, but just genetically, maybe I've got some defect, right? Like I've got a couple of defects, but yeah, I just look at it and I just stare like, oh, Like, are you done? Are the tears, first of all, are the tears going to come out? Have you begun? Really, more than are you done? But this other streamer
It definitely wasn't no tears coming out of her face, so that's funny you said that.
responded and gave an interesting take. This guy, Asian Andy, who's one of the OG IRL streamers too, he came from the Ice Poseidon universe, which was like CX. This is around 2016, 17.
It's a whole different realm we stepping in right now. I don't know none of these people, y'all. I don't know, but the streaming space is huge. It has all type of different motherfucking ranges, demographics, all type of people. So it's too much when you think that we as streamers, we know each other. I don't know everybody, bro. I'm still learning. There's a lot of people out there.
He did his thing. He had a couple of really impressive streams back in the day. Now people will be like, oh, that's not that cool. But at that time, people were like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, one of them was that he locked himself in a white padded room for 72 hours. He couldn't see the time and he couldn't interact with anybody. So he couldn't read the chat or anything like that. And they could send media donations and text to speech to like mess with
72 hours. Damn, you don't know what time it is.
That's just one example of the streams.
A padded room.
He said, I have a hard time feeling bad for her. She, since the beginning, has always ished on just about anyone for clout. She even farmed her best friend at the time, Caterino, when she cheated on her fake boyfriend that was a PDF. Now, I don't know about this PDF part, but this chick, Caterino, she disappeared off of the internet a little bit.
Okay, so here we go. We learning about her. Yeah, it's a very dark world out here. We learn about her. See, that crying and all that. I didn't want to judge her, didn't know much about her, but here's somebody that do.
Text here is that this girl was trying to, at the time, there was an industry on Twitch, which was very buddy-buddy. It was a little bit, like Ludwig was a part of it, QTCinderella was a part of it, and a lot of it was centered around what is now known, I don't even know if it still exists, but this guy, Austin, who used to run this Raj Patel show, like most of the streamers would interact here. This chick, Caterino, tries to come into the streaming world. She's like, okay, let me hop on this like dating show, let me network with these people, let me meet them, which was like the base for that stuff was in Austin, Texas, and she was leading like several guys on at the time. So one of these guys was like, yo, I thought this chick was my girl, but here she is talking to this dude and this dude and this dude and this dude, and then she tried to blame it on her mental health or something, and they just ran her off the internet. She couldn't handle the heat, and QTCinderella was one of the people that kind of dunked on her. It made sense to dunk on her at the time because QTCinderella couldn't have benefited much from her. She literally tweeted shooting on her just to get likes. Fake friend. Also, she high roads and acts like she's not an edgy racist because she's hanging with PC streamers, but back in the day would laugh at all our edgy jokes. Me and Ms. Kiff would rip some crazy ish and she would laugh harder than anyone. Now she's saying she doesn't tolerate racism. Okay, lol. This is a fact.
Wow.
This chick came she was a gaming streamer first. She used to play like this game League of Legends, which if you're not a terrible person, that game would turn you into a terrible person. just
hey, bro, the gaming shit really be going up, huh? I've been taking I took a couple stabs at the gaming shit, but I don't think it's really like, I don't know. We got this new game called Arc Raiders that we started playing that I think I want to live stream because it's super fan interactive. It's super interactive, and anybody can play it. And y'all can jump online, play with me, against me, my team versus y'all team, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. So I may start live streaming that. Let me know if y'all want to see me do some gaming, man, because I don't really game. I'm an old head, and I call it old head gaming when I do. And y'all get to watch me learn the game in real time. Let me know if y'all down for that. But I'm gonna do that. But let's keep watching, man. Let's learn about these Twitch streamers, man.
Not anything. Probably one of the most. It's just anybody that I've seen that's played that game or come out of that game. Well, they come out of that game. They, that's when they heal. They go through their healing phase. It's like somebody went through puberty. But whilst they're playing that game, just look up clips. Look up clips associated with that game, and you'll see they lose their mind more than any other game. So yeah, and she also came into the game as kind of like not a mean girl where she's got her group of friends and they're being exclusionary, but a little bit like I'm not like these other chicks. And I'm more abrasive and I'm more willing to be combative. And now she's trying to play the role of, I'm not dainty, but I'm like softer than she has let on for the past 7-8 years. Like,
I'm trying to get to, what is the Streamer Awards exactly? Is that like a thing where everybody actually get dressed and come out? Or is it just something she does online? And what do you win? What do you win? A trophy? Do you win some gifted points? I don't know. That's what I'm waiting to hear. What is the Streamer Awards? I want to learn more about it.
This chick is quite ruthless. Not in a negative way, but in a way that doesn't need defending from other people. But I do understand her frustration when you are hosting an event or putting something on and it almost feels like no matter what you do, you are wrong. And that's a hard place to deal with. Anyway, her boyfriend comes out and says, every year I see firsthand how much time, effort, and passion Cutie devotes to the Streamer Awards. And every year, she gets crapped on from every corner of the internet that feels they deserve more. Not really every corner of the internet. I would say in the past 2 years, it's been every corner of the internet. Before that, it was just their little world where this all existed. And it was a lot of support for the first 2 years. I would know. I was there. I know it's not possible to please everyone, but if you're like me and inspired by the work she puts in and thinks it makes streaming a better space, don't be afraid to be more vocal about it. I can agree with this point. One thing that I think people that enjoy something or that support something that isn't controversial but gets a lot of negative feedback, they feel like they don't have to voice their support. They're like, oh, well, you know, I like it. That's enough, right? And that is enough, but you liking it, do not underestimate how much appreciation goes when it comes to somebody that's running something like this, for instance, right? Where, like, if somebody's a big fan of hers and they like this and you just like the event and you DM her or you DM somebody and you're like, yo, I really like that event. You know, I know it took a lot of effort to put in, etc. Like, this will kind of sound corny. I know it sounds like that. And these types of comments, like negative comments, are what get replied to, but I promise you, people appreciate this a lot more than you think, no matter how big they are, because they don't get recognition for it much, and maybe it doesn't do much for you, but it doesn't take away much from you either. And this goes for anything across the board. Like if you really like a certain artist's album who may not be that popular, then you should really voice it and DM the person, talk about like, yo, this track reminded me of this, whatever. You have no idea how much that motivates that person to keep going.
That's a fact.
You know, this chick is gigantic now with this event, so I wouldn't say it all the way applies to her. And then Mr. Beast replies and says, same problem with YouTube Rewind back in the day. Everyone thinks the creators they watch are what everyone watches. Truth is, online content is made up of hundreds of massive pockets of fandom. I don't think this is the case with streaming. I think there are probably maybe less than 24 pockets within streaming. And there used to be this graph that showed the different pockets of streaming with like big circles and where they intersect and the biggest ones. The largest creator in Mexico you might have never seen here as an American English viewer. This is true though, but to Spanish people, oh my God, here we go with the Spanish people thing. This is such an American thing. But to Spanish speakers, right, or Mexican people, they see them 100 times a week and can't comprehend that they aren't theoretically the biggest. Same applies to any bubble of games that you watch, the type of content you watch. And then Ludwig says, true, I find a 10 million subscriber channel every year and it's only getting bigger. Well, this is the thing. YouTube is like what, top 3, top 4 biggest, most visited platforms in the world.
YouTube is booming. I remember when YouTube kind of was going downhill for a minute. It was kind of dry. Y'all remember that? And then it had like this revamp and it just shot back up to the most watched and loved shit going, because it was a time when YouTube was kind of slightly dry. But it was still YouTube, so it was huge, but it wasn't what it is now. It's going crazy. It's back. I think it's going crazier than it ever went.
Globally. Twitch is not that. And then when you add Kick, it's not that. It's such a smaller pocket of people that watch streamers. But then QTCinderella decides to leverage this Kai Cenat clip and just pretty much retweets it. She just puts a dot to let her know that this is what she feels. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
It's going to be fire. This is an idea. And I know how exciting it may be to certain people, but it's like, bro, you don't have to let this determine who you are as a creator. I'm telling y'all. That's the thing. Like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. Cause now I'm mad. Cause it's like, no matter which direction I go, no matter which way I try to make sure thing is good, I always get the bad end of the stick.
That nigga's entertaining right now.
My bank statements is ridiculous behind it. Nobody's paying a dime to be in.
Talk your shit.
This is strictly for me to help. I'm finna crash out.
All right.
Talk your shit.
Is dirty. Trying to pull Kai Cenat into this. Number one, Streamer University he invited so many smaller streamers. People were like, yo, he didn't invite non-streamers.
Hold on. So my thing is, okay, maybe I'm taking this out of context, or I took it out of context. I thought her whole little RT on why she reposted what he said was just like similar to what she was saying. Like, damn, you do all this shit for people only to get shitted on. I think that's what the RT was about. I don't think it was about slandering what he did. Did y'all get that vibe from that tweet? Like it was about slandering Kai Cenat? Or was it, when you put a dot, it's like period. You know, girls, period. Maybe she meant that like period. Because his context was, I did all this shit only to get shitted on. And I'm not doing it again. And she put period. That's what I took from it. But let's see if I'm wrong.
If you were not a streamer ever, you did not consistently make content, what the hell were you going to do at Streamer University? You're going to make everyone fall asleep. Be like, yo, how do I set up my IRL toolkit? How do I make sure my stream key is like in the right place? Come on, let's be real here. But there were so many streamers that were small that were invited. That is not the case with the streaming awards. It's more bigger streamers. And some people, like she said, it's fan voted. So if you can get a ton of fan votes, you've already got a big fan base. So that's where the difference lies, number one. Number two, and this is a very big deal, is Kai Cenat is never throwing his homie under the bus. Like DDG was fresh off of allegations of putting hands on Halle Bailey, who is like in the Hollywood world, managed by Rock Nation, and he was like not
goddamn Little Mermaid
having access to his kid. His name was in the mud for a little bit while that happened. And what did Kai Cenat do? And Kai Cenat had corporate sponsors for streaming, or not for streaming awards, for Streamer University. He said, that's my man's. I know him. I know he didn't do any of that stuff. Obviously, they had to have this conversation prior. He said, I'm bringing him anyway. And he brought him there. You think QTCinderella doing that? Man, come on, man. Even her own boyfriend, his man's, did like a crazy move where like after being really, really, really drunk. And instead of saying, yo, you know what he did was wrong, but he was just so drunk and, you know, I shouldn't have told him to keep drinking. I know how he gets. But, you know, guys, like, you know, you should know him. He doesn't have any bad intentions with that, etc. No, he threw him under the bus. He hit him upside the head with the shovel, kicked him into the ditch, and started burying him alive and invited everybody else. Like, yo, you guys were already thinking about burying this guy alive? Come with me.
Come over here with me,
guys. So the fact that she's trying to bring Kai into this, Kai's completely different from y'all. This is not the same. And it is quite gross and manipulative to try to present it as the same. Now,
definitely not the same, but yeah, I mean, what the fuck, bro? Like, why is this even a debate? Like, why is this even questionable? It's two different things, bro. Streamer University and the Streamer Awards are like, yeah, all right. I mean, what the fuck? I want to know, what do you win at the Streamer Awards? I'm interested now. I still ain't got my answer. Now I'm interested. I got to find a video about the Streaming Awards and see, what do people get? Who have won? Why do they win? How do you win? Shit like that. Okay, I know fans got to vote and shit, but what do you win? What do you win at the end of the day?
Understand where she is coming from by saying, oh, you know, like he's frustrated with throwing the event because he throws an event, gives a bunch of people opportunities, which is not what QTCinderella is doing with the streaming awards. What QTCinderella is doing with the streaming awards is
she's getting already known streamers. And so it's not like you're discovering or breaking new streamers. You're just basically streamers who are already big using their fan base to chime in and vote for them. So yeah, it's two different things. I get what you're saying here. Okay. But okay, so I could get where he's saying, oh, she came in and tried to put her shit and they shit together like it's the same by her putting period. Okay, I get it now. I get why. We just had to let it play out. We had to let the video play out to make the connection, and now it's been made. But I think I don't know. I don't know how it was perceived and how big it became in the streaming world to where this should be a big deal. Like, I don't know. Shit, whatever to me.
Is entertaining us for the most part. Like, you're not getting an opportunity because if you're a nobody, you're not on the streaming awards.
Right.
Kai Cenat is both entertaining us and giving opportunities to up-and-coming people, maybe people that fell off, etc. And with Kai Cenat, he was getting hate for just, it was ridiculous. He was trying to put people on. So that's two different sides of hate. Yeah. But it's the organization of the event that is stressful, and they don't need to do it. That's the thing. Kai Cenat does not need to do Streamer University. QTCinderella doesn't need to run these events, but really, she kind of got on by running some of these events. And it helped her at the time, too, because she got to be around big streamers that would be at her events. Thus, rising tide lifts all ships type of situation. So
hey, man. Okay. All right. All right, let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. Her butting in and trying to compare the two or trying to make the two similar. No, they're not similar in no kind of way. I get what this video is saying right here. Kai definitely is giving opportunities to up and coming streamers when he do that. And his thing was like, Kai doesn't have to do that. I don't think it's about having to do that, but I think that makes his brand stronger and that make people fuck with him even more when you reach out. When people see you reach out to give them an opportunity, that makes everybody fuck with you. Like, damn, okay, he a real nigga. He looking out for the people who just need a hand, who just need exposure. So, you know, boom, on that aspect with him. But with her, she just like, hey, both of the niggas that's already booming, tell your fans come out here and vote. She's not doing no heavy lifting or, you know, breaking anybody into the space. So I get what this video is saying, but is it Kai Cenat being dragged into the drama? I ain't gonna say that much. Again, unless I don't be on Twitter, and I don't know if that's like a big conversation going on, but if that is, I don't think that shit. I think that's being dragged out, period. Like, it ain't that big of a deal, man. Like, okay, so what, man? It's two different worlds. Who gives a fuck at the end of the day? People gotta stop fucking caring about every fucking thing, man. You can't care about everything, bro. Pick and choose what you care for and focus on that and stay focused on the goal at hand that you got in your life and your career that you're working on, y'all. That's a fucking fun fact. That's some free game. That's my advice for everybody watching right now, man. Love y'all motherfuckers, man. Make sure y'all press the motherfucking like one time. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds and get ready for the next reaction.